Hey Virgo, we're here for your weekly tarot love reading September 15th through to September 21st. This is for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any of you lovely cross-watchers dealing with a Virgo romantically. Please do keep in mind, Virgo, these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate, and you're always welcome here to take what works and leave the rest. Now, you know I've got to wish you a happy birthday to all of my Virgos out there who are celebrating their birthday this week. I hope you guys just have the most amazing birthday week ever. Let me know in the comments what you're doing to celebrate. I hope whatever you're up to that you have so much fun, so much love in your life, so much happiness, and I just wish you guys so much love. Obviously, I wish this for all of my Virgos out there, but just a little extra special love this week for those of you celebrating a birthday. So happy birthday, you guys. Let's jump into it and let's see what this week could be bringing toward Virgo and love. First message coming out says, shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise and epiphany, and transformation. My goodness. Okay, we are starting today with big energy, Virgo. Basically, there could be something shocking happening this week. This is definitely giving the energy of something unexpected, something you don't see coming, something that you were not anticipating. It also says surprise. So I'm kind of hoping, like, if it's your birthday, maybe this is like a positive thing, like somebody's going to surprise you with something, but we're going to have to pull more cards to see where it goes. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Virgo this week, please. And then we've got love call, expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, and informing you. Wow. So I gotta say, Virgo, if I'm being honest, this is giving me the vibe that somebody is going to be reaching out to you and communicating with you, and you didn't necessarily see it coming. It feels unexpected, you weren't anticipating it, but it feels like there's someone here who basically wants to confess their love to you. Now, this could be somebody who you're currently involved with, so maybe they're opening up this week, they're sharing their feelings, they're telling you, all about how they feel for you, how they've been thinking about you. Now, this could also be somebody where maybe you guys are in separation. Maybe you're not really communicating right now. Maybe you never really thought you would hear from this person again. And then shockingly, they end up reaching out this week and they basically say to you, like, I've been thinking of you. I can't stop thinking about you. They're expressing their love. They're expressing their feelings. So regardless of who this person is, whether it's brand new love, your current partner, or maybe even someone from the past, I think you're getting a love confession coming towards you this week, Virgo, but I don't think you're going to see it coming. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Virgo this week. And then the dragonfly, lighthearted and adapting, finding out and changing, things coming to light and healing. Okay, so this does also suggest that something is going to be revealed to you this week. I definitely think an important conversation is happening and information is coming to light. Now, with the dragonfly energy, it does feel like this is a good thing. Whatever you're finding out, whatever's being revealed to you, it feels like it's going to bring a lightness into your life. So it's almost as if you're going to get some sort of information and maybe it gives you clarity or it allows you to get some sort of closure about a situation. But I do think that somebody here is definitely going to be saying something to you, sharing something with you. It's obviously related to the feelings that they have for you. And it feels good, because sometimes with the shock card, depending on what follows it, it can be a bit of a tougher energy. But in the context of the reading for this week, Virgo, it feels like, I think the shock is that somebody's going to reach out and say something to you, and it's shocking because you didn't see it coming. But it's actually something that leads to a positive situation, some sort of positive revelation, somebody confessing their feelings, I'm also getting somebody might explain their behavior. So maybe they did something and you didn't really understand it, and now they're coming in and they're explaining it. And like I said, maybe it brings clarity, maybe it brings a sense of healing. So I feel like there's a productive type of vibe surrounding your love life this week. So here's what we're going to do for the rest of the reading. We're going to look at this person and we're going to look at you. We're going to look at their overall energy, what they might be feeling, what actions they might be taking. I'll look at the same thing for you, Virgo, and then we'll look at the potential outcome. So let's dig into it. Tell me about this person's energy for this week, please. First card coming out is the Fool. I mean, that's just a beautiful card, Virgo, because the Fool is about taking a leap of faith and having a brand new beginning. I feel like somebody this week is like, take a leap of faith with me, Virgo. Let's be together. Let's, have this fresh start potentially. I think there's an excitement here of somebody who is looking forward to a future with you. Tell me more about this person's energy. The Ten of Wands, interesting. This kind of fits with what we saw in the overall energy. So the Ten of Wands does tend to be a heavier energy. It can indicate emotional baggage. And that's why I was kind of saying with the Dragonfly card, like there might even be an important conversation this week that helps to clear the air, right? So if you're involved in a situation where there have been things that happened between you and somebody, things that were left unsaid, maybe even unresolved issues, I think there's going to be an opportunity for that stuff to get out in the open and to clear the air this week. Tell me more about their energy. And then we've got the Five of Swords. Interesting. So the Five of Swords is like drama, drama, drama. It can indicate people in our environment who are meddling in our love lives. And so it's kind of interesting because your person's energy is also showing that maybe they're trying to deal with some sort of situation where maybe they need to set some boundaries. Maybe your person has been getting influenced by people, family has been meddling, friends been meddling. Maybe they've just generally been dealing with some sort of drama within their life, right? So I think there's an element here where maybe they've been distracted. So if you've been feeling like your person has not been as available, maybe it's because they've got some personal stuff that they've been dealing with. But I do think if that's the case, they're going to be talking to you and they're going to be explaining that situation. So if you've been wondering, what's up with my person, what's going on? I do think that there's maybe some external drama, whatever that is, friends, family, work, whatever. I do think that they'll be talking to you about what's been going on and giving you some clarity so that you can understand it's not about you, it's about this other situation. What could they be feeling this week? The Five of Wands. I think they're fighting for you. There's a sense here of like wanting to fight off the competition and wanting to win you over, Virgo. Tell me more about what they could be feeling. The Eight of Swords. Interesting. Their energy is definitely coming across as anxious. Okay, Virgo, Eight of Swords, like the message I'm getting here is that this person is thinking about you and they're like, am I good enough for Virgo? Do I deserve Virgo, And so if this is somebody coming back from the past, maybe they're like, I don't know, will Virgo even give me the time of day? Can I even win Virgo back potentially? That could be what's going on. I think they could also be feeling anxious because as we saw a moment ago, maybe they know that they've been a bit distracted and there's been drama and there's been some issues they've been dealing with. And now they're trying to come towards you. They want this fresh start with the Fool. They want to focus on the future, but they do realize that there's been some heaviness and maybe they're just not really sure what you're going to say or what you're going to do in that situation. So I think there's like this anxiety here of, will we be okay? Will Virgo be okay with this? What's going to happen next? Oh, what else could they be feeling? And then look at that. So that's beautiful. It is possible that you're dealing with a fellow earth sign romantically, another Virgo maybe, or a Taurus or a Capricorn. I think when it comes to their feelings for you, Virgo, they're very stable. That's what I'm getting with the Queen of Pentacles. It does look like your person has maybe had some drama in their life, some challenges. They're feeling a bit anxious. They've got some issues they're dealing with. But at the end of the day, at the heart of it, they love you. Their feelings for you are very stable and very grounded. And the Queen of Pentacles suggests that they just want to love and nurture this connection. Maybe that's why you're kind of shocked to hear from this person because maybe you could tell that they had a lot going on. But I do think that maybe they've been getting some sort of resolution. Like if they went through a tough period and withdrew from your connection and pulled back, I feel like whatever that tough situation is coming to a close and it's creating space for the two of you to now be together. What actions could they be taking this week? Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race, right? I think they're really wanting to be intentional about building a solid foundation to your relationship. They're not looking to rush things. I think they want to make sure that the connection between the two of you is solid and that they're taking steps to create that stability within your connection. What other actions could they be taking? This is kind of wild, you guys. I mean, look at this. Look at this. We've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles coming out pretty close towards each other. And then we've also got the Knight of Pentacles. And honestly, this is just giving me the vibe of they know they want to be with you, Virgo. They know that the two of you are meant to be. This is a match. This is a perfect pair. And so regardless of what may have been distracting your person, I just keep feeling the need to say, first of all, it wasn't about you, Virgo, and it doesn't shake their feelings for you. So even if, I don't know, maybe for some of you there was some drama because other people were meddling in your relationship recently, it doesn't change your person's feelings for you. It doesn't change the fact that they feel really good about the connection between the two of you, even though maybe recently there has been some external stuff that's got in the way, right? Tell me what other actions they could be taking. And then we've got the moon. Yeah, I think you're getting some sort of explanation here. I really, really do, Virgo. And I've got to be honest, it feels positive, you know? Like sometimes when I get the moon card, I'm like, ooh, they've been hiding something. They've been deceptive. Sometimes that's the vibe I get with the moon card. I'm not getting that heavy kind of energy in this reading today. I'm getting more, like I said, maybe you're feeling a little confused because you can tell that something's been going on for your person. You don't really know what it is, but I think they're going to be talking about it this week. I really think that they're going to be opening up. They're going to be sharing what's been happening. And it feels, I'm going to use the word again, productive. It feels like something is going to come to light. They're going to open up. They're going to communicate. They're going to reveal something. My sense here, Virgo, is that it's going to be a really good conversation. Again, I don't think you're going to see it coming, but it's going to be really good once the two of you actually talk. Because with all of this Pentacles energy, Virgo, I really do think it's going to bring a much greater sense of stability to your connection. So this feels good. This is one of those readings where I'm like, I don't think your person was like maliciously hiding something. I don't get that vibe at all. I just kind of feel like maybe they've been dealing with some stuff, but they're going to be talking to you and they're going to be like having that conversation with you to make you aware of what's been going on and just being very open and honest and transparent. And I think that will bring the two of you closer together and make your relationship stronger. Okay, tell me about Virgo's energy this week. 3 of Wands, you're definitely thinking ahead to the future. I think you definitely see a future with this person and you're excited about where it could go. Tell me more, please. The 4 of Wands. Okay, you definitely see a future with them. So the 4 of Wands here is the 11-11 card. It indicates marriage. Honestly, this is just telling me that you see real potential between you and this person. You see it going somewhere, right? Tell me more, please. And then we've got the 7 of Cups, but you have been kind of confused by their behavior. We've talked about that. As I said though, Virgo, I do think this week is going to be really good. My intuitive sense is by the end of the week, things are going to feel a lot more settled between the two of you. And if there has been any confusion about what's been going on for your person, I really think that they're going to be open and honest this week to talk about that. Okay, tell me what Virgo could be feeling. 6 of Wands. I think you're feeling confident that the two of you can work through whatever this is. That's good. What else? 9 of Pentacles. I love that. So the 9 of Pentacles is somebody who knows their worth and value. So, you know, I think you have standards, you have great boundaries, you know who you are, you know what you want. I think if this person didn't step it up this week, you'd probably start to have some questions because I don't think you're just going to stick around forever if you're feeling like there's something off in the connection. But I feel like as long as your person is showing up and being honest, I think that's cool for you. I think you're like, okay, so, yeah, thank you for sharing. I also think with the 9 of Pentacles, your person, they see you as somebody who has a lot of value, which kind of fits with that 8 of Swords I was talking about in their energy, where I was like, there could be a little bit of a vibe where they're like, is Virgo too good for me? You know, does Virgo want me? And I think it's because you carry yourself as a very high value person, Virgo, which is wonderful. And so I think with this situation, my sense is you're looking at it from a very like balanced perspective where you're like, you know, yeah, maybe it's been a bit weird. Or like I said, this could even be somebody coming back from the past who wants to explain, but I think you're open to hearing them out. I think you're going to make it clear that you have high standards, but I think you're very open to having the conversation. What else could Virgo be feeling? The Death card. Honestly, you guys, I'm getting the message, leaving the past in the past. I feel like if there is an important conversation happening between you and your person this week, my sense is that it's going to completely clear the air and both of you are going to feel happy and good about the nature of that conversation. And once you have that conversation, it's done. You know, that issue is now dealt with. You can leave it behind. It's not something that's going to keep coming up. Like there's actually a really nice sense here that once you guys talk about this, it's going to lead to a great resolution. And it's not going to be one of those things that keeps popping up as an issue in your relationship in the future. It's like, we've dealt with it and now we've moved on and it feels good. What actions could Virgo be taking this week, please? The King of Swords, beautiful. I mean, this fits perfectly with everything we've been talking about where I'm like, this is the week where I think someone is going to surprisingly and shockingly reach out potentially. They're going to initiate a conversation. This conversation is to help explain something and to express their love to you. I think you're going to be very clear-headed. You're going to ask questions. Like, I just think there's going to be a really good conversation. I guess the whole point of this reading is like 15 minutes of me being like, yeah, there's a really important conversation that's going to happen this week. But hopefully this is a good thing, because if you've been feeling a little unclear about your person, I think the reading is definitely suggesting that this week could bring some clarity. Like I said, maybe you weren't expecting them to come forward this week and explain, but the energy is definitely suggesting that they could. What other actions could Virgo be taking? The Sun. I think your mindset is just focusing on the positive. I don't get the sense that you're going to linger on this. I really get the sense that if your person explains and you feel happy with the explanation, you guys are just going to move forward into a much happier place together. What other actions could Virgo be taking? The Judgment card. Yeah, you know what this is? Forgiveness, second chances. I'm getting the message, you're not going to hold it over their head. I don't think that you're resentful. I don't think you're holding on to anger or grudges. Your energy is amazing. I feel like this is the kind of energy we all aspire to this week, where your energy is like very mature, very level-headed. Everybody messes up. We know that. There's no perfect relationship, right? Every relationship is going to have conflict and issues. That's a no-brainer. We know that. But at the end of the day, it's how you move through it. And I feel like you're just super reasonable this week, Virgo, where you're like, you realize maybe something has frustrated you about their behavior, but you're a reasonable person. So you're like, if they're coming forward, they're explaining, they're showing that they love me, they're demonstrating their commitment, like, yeah, we're going to resolve the issue and move forward. I don't think you're going to like hold this over their head and be angry. It feels like once the conversation is done, that situation is left behind and you guys can just focus on the positive things moving forward. That's the sense I get here, Virgo. So moment of truth, let's see what the potential outcome is here. Justice, yeah. I think this is really good, you guys. I feel very positive about the energy this week. So just to recap, like this could be new love coming in, by the way. So this could just be brand new energy coming in, maybe with someone who's had a lot going on recently and now they're finally releasing that burden and they're ready to show up and offer you love. It could be that, okay? If this is someone who you're connected with or previously connected with, this week is bringing an opportunity to bring balance into the connection. Justice card could be them apologizing, explaining all of the things that we've been talking about. You could be dealing with a Libra. I get the sense that your person is taking accountability. Like there's a really nice maturity here coming from both of you, if I'm being honest. And I think it's just taking accountability and being open. Like those are huge things that can help create success within a relationship, right? It's not that nothing's ever going to go wrong. It would be, I think, personally unrealistic to expect that in a relationship. But it becomes a question of how do we recover and how do we move forward? And I guess the big message that I'm getting for you guys this week is that there is definitely the potential for the two of you to recover from something and to come out even stronger on the other end, because your person is using this week as an opportunity to approach you, have a conversation, and express their feelings for you. And I think you're very open to receiving that. And it does suggest here in the outcome that things could balance out in a really beautiful way between the two of you by the end of this week. So that's what I see for you. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And of course, I wish you love and happiness always, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.